Welcome to Bearish. We're not financial professionals, and this is not financial investment advice. Enjoy the episode.
Phil, that's not my name.
Jared?
Yes, he said, dude, I'll go over it. I was sweating, I swear to God. We'll get into that.
Thanks, Jared.
We'll
That's
get
a
into
great
that.
question from Jared. Jared.
Does that answer your question,
I
Jared?
was sweating.
Yes, Phil. Yes. Talk to me.
Yesterday,
Oh my God, the markets are
I'll
crazy.
get into it now. I'll get into it now.
The markets are crazy.
So Phil Town is he's my guy. I learn everything from him. He held a Q&A yesterday, and I was able to be a part of it. He sent me a link. I accepted the link. I joined the link. The Zoom call started at 8 p.m. Eastern time. He said, "Put the."
Is this part of the program or no?
Yeah.
What?
I have no idea.
This is part of the
Well,
program?
I mean, it can be. We'll just start off like this. But anyways.
No, not this program, as his program. That
Oh
you
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did drop.
I was wondering why he was
I
answering.
did drop
You did it too?
297 for.
He answered my question too.
But anyways, yeah, live Q&A. It went for about an hour and a half, and I typed in. I wrote it down. I wrote my question down 3 times because I didn't want to sound stupid. I wanted it to be perfect, bro. I was so I like scratched things out and everything.
Dude, you're such a nerd, bro.
Wait, did
Honestly.
you speak it or just type it?
I typed it because there was like no audio. Everyone was muted.
So why'd
Why
you
did
write it down?
Well, I didn't know that until it
Hit the
started.
delete button.
No, I didn't know that until it started. I thought I was gonna be able to speak
What?
it, and then when it started,
You
it
thought
showed
you'd be
the,
mailing it? Oh, I see.
Yeah, when it
Gonna
started.
mail it to his doorstep.
No, when the Zoom
Markets are crazy, dude. How do we do it, dude?
when the Zoom started, it showed everyone's microphone like red, so everyone was muted. So I wrote it down, and this is what I asked him, and he didn't send me the recording yet. He's supposed to send me a recording, but whatever. I said,
What, like your clip?
well, just of the whole thing, and then I can navigate to where he talks to me
Are
personally.
you going to post it on Bearish?
We'll see.
I was being serious. But
Pretty
yeah.
much, I said, because of how mainstream the market has become amongst younger people in recent months, everyone thinks they're a stock market genius. What are some tips that you'd like to give to younger investors to help them navigate this crazy market?
True.
Perfect question.
All right. And he pretty much said, I already texted you guys this. He goes, we got this one from Jared. And I was like, oh my God, that's my name.
That's my name.
And you know what's funny?
I'm Jared.
I was videotaping every single answer, and then I got so sick of it, I didn't think he was gonna answer me. I was like, "Fuck this, man! I'm not gonna do this anymore." The second I put my phone down, this one from Jared. I'm like, oh God, and I froze. I couldn't do anything. So he pretty much said, "Hold on to your
You
seatbelts."
acted like he could see you.
No, but
Like he can't
Right.
see you.
anyways.
Like you were hiding and he
connection with
discovered you.
Anyways,
You're not playing
he
hide and
pretty
seek
much-
with this guy.
No, I'm not. I'm talking to him personally. Anyways, he said, hold on to your seatbelts, get a hold of as much capital as possible, and get ready because this market is not going to last. However, he also said, someone else asked him if he thinks the market will crash this year, and he said no, because of all the money that's being pumped in, which we're going to get into. All the money that's being
Love that.
pumped in. And there's just, like we've gone over in recent episodes, there's nothing that will really, like, what's going to do it? Like, what's going to be the story? I don't really think there is one.
Well, that goes into the tapering stuff because the guy, what's his name, Powell?
Jay Powell.
Yeah, like the Fed chairman or whatever. He said like they'd give signs, like obvious signs before they started doing anything. So like he's basically saying before they really change anything or implement any kind of big moves, they were going to give obvious signs and like say like, okay, we're going to start doing this, and then it would lead to whatever movement in the market rather than just like a surprise type thing. But I still don't know exactly what the whole tapering thing means, and if you do, please be my guest.
I mean, imagine you're on drugs, and instead of going cold turkey to try and get off the drugs, you taper off of them. So you get a little bit, you take a little bit less over like a month or
little
2
bit of
months
coke.
or 3 months. Yeah, like let's say you're doing cocaine and you're trying to get off of it.
All right.
Shave off
You
a
decrease-
tint.
Just a little bit.
You basically decrease your dosage over a period of time. That's called tapering. That's an example of tapering. So apply that to whatever economic
Just
activity
a little bit of
that
coke this time.
Powell is
until
talking
there's
about.
no Coke at all.
Exactly.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. It's the
very
same.
good way to
It's
put
the
it,
same
Mike.
terminology used.
Slowly
Yeah.
waver off the Coke.
So when he said he was going to taper, now knowing this, Max, what does it mean in the context of what he was talking about?
Oh boy, I don't know. Well, we just compared it to cocaine, so I got to compare this to
Bonds, assets.
Yeah. Jared said it yesterday. Is something about slowly stopping the buying of assets and bonds. And
Yeah, I mean, so-
Okay, because
pumping
right now
money
they're
into the
buying
market.
them a lot.
So yeah,
they're
what
gonna
they're doing
slow
is
that
they're
down.
buying
Take away money,
120
sounds
billion dollars worth of treasuries every single month, which is keeping the
Yeah.
interest rates low. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen when they start to taper, which Mike said is like slowly reversing and, gradually stopping pretty much. When they sell the bonds, the interest rates will rise, and who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. Although I did watch a CNBC YouTube video about this before we started, and it said the guy was saying, based on people he's been talking to and things he's been hearing around Wall Street or whatever, he expects June or July of this year the Fed will discuss tapering. September of October of this year, Fed will announce tapering, and then January of next year, Fed begins tapering.
You say June, July?
Yeah,
So like this
June,
summer?
July, Fed will discuss it. September, October, Fed will announce it will be happening and when it will be happening. Because Jay Powell has said that he will let the public know way ahead of time that this will happen and when it will happen. And that leads into January of next year when they actually stop tapering or start to taper. And it's not going to be like something, they're not going to just go from 120 billion to 1 billion a month. It's going to be a small reduction, and then it's going to keep going down.
Right, but it sounds like it doesn't even matter if they give the heads up. It sounds like as soon as he announces it, people are going to be like, all right, let's take our cash.
Yeah.
I guess, honestly, I think that's what it sounds like what will happen. So it's not even like it technically kind of is going to be a surprise. Like when he says when he mentions tapering is going to be a surprise, but not when they actually do it because he'll say that. But by that time, people are going to be like, okay.
Yeah,
let's
when
wait
it's
on the sideline.
it's just going to spook some people because of how propped up this market is on the Fed because of what they did last year for when they did all that they did for when the market crashed in March. The only reason it's like this is because of what they did, the amount of money they're putting in, all that stuff, and when they stop it or when they start to stop it, people are going to be like, I wonder if these stocks are really valued at this price.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Tapering.
Tapering.
There you have it.
From Coke to, the Federal
Do you guys
Reserve.
fully understand, by the way, bonds and stocks, or well, not really stocks, but like how bonds work, or no?
No.
Still no. I was
No?
actually going to ask you, Jared, when you were saying that, they did all this stuff. I was going to ask you if you could summarize it, just to revisit it and summarize what happened. So that way it contextualizes what you just said.
I'm just trying to think of a real world, or not a real world, a very simple example, like a lemonade stand-esque thing for bonds. And I was thinking about it earlier. So this is, I thought about this, it's a little weird, but I thought, because, we're all 20, Logan's 21, we know how relationships work, okay? We've all been in a relationship.
What kind?
Friendship.
Girl.
Okay, then I will leave the
So
call.
just bear with me.
Special friendships.
I thought this was a good way to put it.
Special
Okay.
friendship.
So this is like a
COVID.
it's like stocks and bonds, how they're inverse. Okay. So say we're all in a relationship with stocks. Okay. She's treating us well. All right. They're I don't want to get in trouble with my girlfriend. They're treating us well. All right. They're giving us money. It's a good relationship. We go on dates.
Giving us money.
We have some rocky days, some rough times. All right. But we're not. I mean, we're loyal. Okay, we're loyal men. We're not gonna break up with our stocks. They're ours, right? And who are we gonna go to? We're gonna go to
Right.
bonds? No. No, they're at what? They're at like
Of course not.
zero-
Ugly.
0.03%. That's cute. Okay,
Yeah,
that's cute.
Those are like.
But then, so pretty much, compare a bond to a girl trying to take you out of your relationship. You get rid of her, you dump her, but she's like, all right, fine,
Ooh.
I'll do this.
She
Ooh.
blows up.
All right, I'll do this now. So in that sense,
I like.
it's like the bond at 0.3%. Well, now it's up to 0.8%, and you're like, okay, I mean.
Give me that.
I mean, you're like, nah.
like
I'm still,
20.
I'm loyal. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm loyal. I'm not gonna. Get
course,
out
I
of
might
here.
of course.
Look, though, you
Get
know?
out of here.
Yeah,
I might,
yeah,
take a
yeah.
little dab. Like, oh, that was a weird move, but I mean, it looks good. But whatever.
What are they doing over there?
Anyway,
huh?
It looks good, but whatever. Okay.
Whatever. Okay. And you're like, babe, you're talking to the stocks. You're like, babe, I'm not selling you. I'm not going to bonds. No, God, what is this? No.
Psych.
And then, next time you look, you see the 10-year at 1.2%. You're like, oh,
Oh my.
that. I mean.
Damn, as she glowed up.
And then you start looking at how much you're up, and then you start realizing, man, maybe these stocks are overvalued. And the stocks are like, whoa. What are you doing? You're gonna cheat
Wait a
on me?
minute.
You're gonna go
Wait
to
a
them?
minute. Is that 1.3?
It just moved again. And then you're starting to look at
Oh.
potential profits, and you just click the sell, but you're not selling. You're just seeing how much you make. Okay. And then the stock. Whoa.
Yeah.
What is this?
Really
Are you
excited.
cheating on me? You're like, no, babe. No,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Maybe.
It's fine. Yeah.
Define
And
cheating.
It's fine. No, it's not. And then
What is
you're
this?
like,
What is
no,
this
it's not
cheating?
like that. It's not like that. Then you go, you mean you're fine, And then next time you look, it's at 1.6%. You're like, oh. And then
2%.
and
And,
then-
damn, what do
and
you
then,
do?
Yeah, the bonds. And then the next time you look, it's. I'm recording.
I don't know if monogamy
I'm recording.
applies.
Get out of here. I love you.
Love you too. I'll see you in a week.
Talking about bonds. Get out of here. That was my brother.
I'll cut that.
Anyways.
Just go ahead and keep going.
Okay, so we were at 1.6%. Next thing you see, you're at
I thought it was Kylie, by the way. I thought you were done.
No.
Thought you were toast.
cheating
on me? Who's this bonds? Who's bonds?
Breaking up with
You
who?
like bonds? Babe,
Who's bonds and why are you talking to her?
Okay, but hey,
does she look better than me?
so everything's
Yeah.
fine. The stocks keep making you money, but it's starting to get a little steady. It's not going up like you thought it was going to go up. It's not going up like it was going up before. It's starting to get a little rocky, maybe little dips here.
It's just not hitting the same.
Next time you look, 2.3%. You're like, oh.
You cheeky.
And then you
Don't
really
touch
start
it,
thinking
bro.
about selling them stocks because those bonds, it's messing with your valuations, right?
Right?
And then in June, July,
Correct.
the Fed says we're going to discuss tapering, and that's going to cause a sell off in bonds, and the yields is going to go up, and then the bonds like, oh, look at me now. What do you think?
And you're looking at
And
it.
we're already looking at her at 1.6%. What are
Can't
we going to
stop
look at
looking at
2.5%?
Oh,
Right.
Oh my God, right? So then September, October, Fed announces
I
tapering.
like a lot.
Fed announces the taper, and you're like, oh, and then you
like
sell
so
you sell a
much.
couple of your stocks. January, Fed begins tapering. This time, by now, you're in a pool of sweat. All right, you don't
You've
know
already
what,
broken up with
you,
this.
you don't know
I hope
who
so.
you don't know who you are
You don't
gonna
know
go
who
in this
you love
relationship
anymore.
with. You don't know anything.
Who do you love?
You're in a pool of sweat by now, because them stocks are not looking so. They're not. She's not looking. She's kind of a bitch. She's kind of a bitch. The bonds are nice. The bonds are nicer. It's,
don't
it's
like her
guaranteed
anymore.
return. It's guaranteed. The stocks,
Babe.
she breaks my heart a couple days of the week. I don't like her. She's a bitch. All right. The bonds are looking. You're at 3.5%.
Bonds, you don't even have to pay attention
Your
to.
girlfriend is gonna kill
Yeah.
you when she
You
sees
just let her
this.
do your own
I
thing.
know. I thought about this, Mike, but I thought it was a very good way to describe it.
I think it's actually
Yeah.
Good analogy. Yeah.
But yeah.
It was great.
Uh,
So what are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do?
Ooh, good deflection. Good
I like how you
deflection.
played that. I was trying to.
Hey, some people are loyal. People like
He's
to
loyal.
say, "Hey, stonks."
Jared's loyal.
I have the stonk flag right there. But I mean, if the bonds at 4 or 5%, you know what I mean?
I mean,
Hey.
See ya.
I don't know.
the only thing I would add to that is that I don't think there's any concept of monogamy in the
What does
in the
that
stock
mean?
market.
Yeah, define
Sticking
monogamy.
with one person.
Being bound to
Oh,
a single.
You can be double dip. You can be more
Yeah.
polygamous. You can be more.
can
of a
get
polygamist,
stocks,
and you can
or
have
you can
both
get
stocks
bonds.
and bonds.
You're a little player.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mike, fuck
Player
you.
action, you know?
Shut up,
Give me
Mike.
a little bit of both.
All right.
Let me get a little bit of both. Yeah.
You won't. No
Some
one's
of
in
that?
bonds. No one's in bonds right now. So what the bonds are doing? They're like flirting with you. They're like, oh, you don't.
Except for the Fed.
You don't like me at 1.2%. What do you like? Do you like me at 2%? And they're like, oh no, you still don't like me at 2%. You're still selling me. What about 3%? You like me now? Huh? You like me now? You're like, yeah, kind of, maybe. I don't know. You start thinking about it.
I think I love you. I might love
I
you.
think I
now.
want to take you on a date. I don't know, maybe. So there it is. There's bonds.
That's a
There's
perfect-
bonds, everyone.
That's pretty good. I'd say that's a pretty good
Thank you.
analogy.
Yeah, you
Well
sold
done.
me.
Well done.
I like
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Look at her. Look at her a little bit more.
Hey, she's
Yeah.
she's guaranteed return. She's not gonna mess with your heart like them stocks do.
Guaranteed profit.
Guaranteed, man.
I can't take a broken heart.
Whatever.
Can't argue with that.
Stocks are like a Gemini.
Whatever. It's not good. I like that. But then, yeah, that sums up bonds and equities.
There you go.
Equities is in stock.
Now I'm going into Amazon. Amazon broke my heart today.
Um,
I'm not gonna lie.
why?
Amazon.
Oh,
broke
because
my
they didn't
heart.
announce?
They didn't split. Amazon
Boo-hoo.
broke my heart.
Bro, they went up 6% though
I
in
don't
after hours.
give
In literally like a second.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What
think-
was
think about
that?
that was like 100. It was at its highest. It was like 6%. It's like $180. Literally, probably within 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what.
How does that even happen?
People just buy. I
Yeah,
don't know
who's
what people.
buying
Company
that?
makes
I
so
don't know
much
what Wall Street or anyone else expected out of Amazon. Did they not think that people being locked home, not? I mean, like, it's Amazon, bro.
I don't know, but think about it. Like Tesla the other day beat expectations and went down.
Yeah,
it's like
but-
I don't really know what makes like an earnings call. I think is a flip of a
No,
coin.
you have to
sometimes.
listen. You have to listen to it because it's not just. It's not. They give forecasts of next quarter
Future.
or the quarter after that.
Right.
So if it's like
Yeah.
week forecast, they're like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to replicate this. Then people might sell. But if they're like, oh, we're
Wonder
gonna
what Amazon
we're gonna
said.
kill next quarter, and people are like, fuck it, I'll buy whatever.
I just kept on. I kept on buying. I saw it go up. I was like, give me some of that.
Are you
like
in
all that.
Amazon, Max?
I can only buy a fraction, like a small fraction.
Well,
I have like 0.2.
Let's explain this whole Amazon stock split. So, who said it was gonna potentially happen? Who sent it in the group
Max.
chat? Was it you, Max?
I saw it Monday. Monday, it was like some analyst, some person on Twitter. I don't think it was just a nobody. I think it was somebody like actually important, but I didn't see the actual tweet. They leaked that there was like a stock split, and that day, like the call volume like jumped up, and like I said, it was like 3-1 call to puts, and then like it was like a volume of like 16,000 contracts at a strike price of.
What does this all mean?
35. Yeah, 30. 3-1 call to put was for every one put there was 3 calls, so people were extremely bullish. 16,000 volume means the contracts of the strike price of 3,500. There were 16,000 of them of just that strike alone.
3,500?
Yeah, which was way out of the money at that point.
Isn't that
Amazon's at,
like $2,000 out of the money? Isn't Amazon at like 1,300?
No.
No. It's at
That's
it was
3K.
at like this Monday. It was at like 33, 34.
Oh,
So
maybe I'm
it was
thinking
like
of something
100-ish
else.
bucks out of the money, and that's a pretty big volume for something way like that far out of the money, and so that just sent it. It's been skyrocketing this whole week, like every single day. I think there was like, I think there was one day out of the week where it kind of moved sideways.
People wanted to get
but-
into the stock before it split,
right, but
or
I
they
don't
were
know.
just playing the earnings run up, or both.
Jeff Bezos is stepping down soon,
Yeah.
right?
Why?
I guess the rumors.
He's going to be replaced by the AWS
Yeah,
CEO.
Andy-
and that
Andy something.
CEO.
Andy, so
Yeah,
For what
and that
reason?
CEO.
I read the annual report the other day.
Mhm.
Is it
and
any
that's-
decision of his own, or is it more the board's
Yeah,
decision?
no, it's him. It's him.
Yeah, it was him.
I mean,
That might-
why not? He's built an empire,
Yeah,
and
what
it's
does he
only
have to-
going
what
to
does
get
he have to
bigger.
prove?
So
yeah.
People were saying that this new guy might do a stock split.
Andy Jassy.
I don't know when
Andy
the transition
Jassy.
is happening.
The change will take place in the second half of 2021. So, I think
We're coming up on it.
Jeff has one more earnings or one more quarter, and then it's OV bringing in Andy.
I'm surprised I don't really know The only reason that I could see for like against a stock split was a stock split usually makes the stock a lot more volatile because more people can enter it.
Yeah.
Because right now, nobody's buying a $3,600 stock. I mean, people
Yeah,
are,
no one
but
we
not
know.
very many people can. Yeah, not very many people can. But say Amazon was at 500, like people are going to be moving in and
Yeah.
out of that, and it's gonna look like Tesla. It's gonna be gains of $50 a day or losses of 50 plus a day.
Yeah.
True.
On the regular.
Well, I think Amazon is a better company than Tesla. So I don't know. You're right that it would be volatile, but the whole reason of a stock split is to increase investor interest, like the retail investor.
And does it not raise money for the company because they're selling more stock to the public?
They're not selling more stock. They're just dividing the amount. They're just diluting the shares.
I thought that in terms raised capital for the company.
No, it's just dilute. It just adds more shares. Can you guys hear that dog?
Not really.
No, not really.
All right,
Keep going.
I hope not. But no, it doesn't. Max, you're talking about a stock offering. Hold up, Jesus Christ, hold on, guys, keep talking.
No, but that's weird because Max, imagine if the stock gets split and it becomes a little bit cheaper, but then once it becomes cheaper, people buy it up, and then the split value, like when it splits and it goes down, and then when people buy it, the price will rise again. So
Yeah.
doesn't that intrinsically raise the value of all of the shares?
What are we talking about?
It'll raise like the market cap. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I don't think the company actually sees any actual profit from doing it.
What?
Yeah.
From doing
doing
a
the
stock
split.
split. Like I don't think they see any
No.
actual revenue just from doing a stock split.
No, it literally just divides the amount of shares and literally everything about it by the factor of which they do it. So if they were to do a 7-to-1, they'd go from 3,600 divided by 7. Do the math.
But-
It's around 600,
but
700 bucks.
Once it splits, though, the price will go down per share, right? So that'll give an opportunity for other people to buy it. But once other people buy it, then the
It'll
price
go
might
up.
get driven up again. So you're, like Logan said, your market cap could go up, but it doesn't. That money doesn't go to the company. It's just the market cap of the company as a whole,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just-
based
Exactly.
on investor.
No one.
Now,
That would
what
be if Amazon were to sell
It says
new
market cap
shares.
doesn't change.
If Amazon were to offer new shares, that's how they would get money from new investors. If they were
Right.
to
That's
offer
what I
new
was gonna
shares that
say
were
is-
$600 then-
if they stock split it and that allowed more people to go in, therefore its stock price went up, like it would allow for the stock price to go up faster than if they just kept it at
Yeah.
3,300.
right.
Then they could do another public offering of more
Right.
shares, and then that's how they could make money, because then the
This-
shares are at a
this
higher
says-
price.
Right.
This says, although the number of outstanding shares increases, the price per share decreases, so market cap doesn't change. That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's
They're
just
not-
Initially,
no. The market
Yeah,
cap
not
doesn't
initially.
change. Unless
Well,
it goes
he's
up
saying
or
if it
down.
goes
Right,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From the
right.
split, the market cap
Yeah.
doesn't change. It's the same
No.
exact company, the same exact everything, just the share price is different because of what they,
Yeah.
they diluted the shares and added more.
Yeah.
Well, I think it might be positive for Amazon
would be.
just because a lot of people, I'd say the younger generation is more aware of what Amazon is doing and the things that they create, whereas like the older generation who probably has the money to buy it doesn't know as much as like younger investors in terms of just Amazon like itself and what they do. I feel like it's like a younger type company, and I feel like if they were to stock split and allow more shares or allow the price of the shares to decrease, I think I think they'd see a big rise, just like Tesla did at first. Tesla went from like their stock split was like 400, and within a couple days it was at like 600.
Yeah, if you can get
in like a week of time.
if you can decrease the price and get retail traders and young investors into it, and who wouldn't buy Amazon at $600? I would.
just hold it.
Yeah. And I did an
not a
evaluation, and Max didn't care about it because he was kind of right. He was kind of right saying, "Dude, fuck it, it's
I didn't mean
Amazon.
it in a dickhead way.
It's Amazon." But like, there's always a price. That's why I did it. There's always a price that you shouldn't pay for something.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Yeah, I was just saying it was Amazon.
yeah.
Like,
If they did a stock split, yeah, I think it'd be a no-brainer to try and get in some.
Right.
It would
but
have to go up
I think
just
it
from
would
the
get-
amount
it
of
would get
people
bought
that could
up
then
so
buy in.
Fast. Like pre-market,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it would be up so
True.
much. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think it. I don't know. I was gonna say I don't think it starts. I don't think the split actually happens until it's like the actual trading day.
Market
Like
hours,
market open 9:30, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But it would get bought up fast.
I forgot what
that's
Tesla
that.
did it because Tesla and Apple did it, but I forgot how it worked.
Actually, Tesla and Apple, they went up the first day and then dropped immediately the second day, and they dropped like big, but then they just kept going up and up and up. But yeah,
Yeah, they did.
I would buy Amazon.
100%.
Yeah.
Tried to make a move on Tesla this week, and all EV is just not looking good. You know that XL fleet that Dylan was talking about like a while ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was looking at it for a while too, because it was like, remember we were talking like, oh, there's a price gap at yada yada price, and I don't know, it was at like 16 or something like that. I looked at it today because I haven't looked at it like since then. That was like a month and a half ago, 2 months. It's at like $7, $8.
Everything
dropped
got
from, like-
everything got hit, man.
Yeah, it's dropped from like 30, like within a couple of months. It was a couple months ago. It was at 30.
Buy
It's
the
at,
dip.
now.
Neo
I don't
was
even know.
I don't
dude.
know. If
Neo
that's
was
buying
hitting
the dip,
like
Mike. I wouldn't buy the dip on
60s.
companies that you don't really know what's going
That's
on.
True.
not catching the
Yeah.
grenade.
Yeah.
Neo's was like hitting 60s and kept pushing up, and now it's been hovering around like 37, 38 for months, 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, like all EV is like I have like a little tab of EV in Robinhood.
Yeah.
And it's like XPEV or Peng or whatever. All these companies are just floating like substantially lower than their all-time.
Well, yeah.
highs.
Think
Yeah.
about how far or how high and how fast they went up, just because they were
Right.
EV, just because they were electric vehicle companies. Just on that alone, they skyrocketed. And now it's taking a little break. What's your play, Max?
I'm out of it now because I realized it.
Oh.
I mean, I did it. I only had it for like a day, and I was like, you know what? Because I said if it drops below this price, and it was like 690, like one,
Love that.
there was no kind of support for like a while. And when it dropped that, like, thankfully I was watching it because I only lost like $20 maybe,
Okay.
like $30 and since then it's dropped to like, after it went past 691, it dropped to like 60ish. So it just kept going. And I was
670-ish. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
what'd I
said
say?
760-ish.
760.
like, yeah.
It skyrocketed
Um,
the second it dropped.
Yeah, six.
It skyrocketed
yeah.
on the next drop.
Knowing my trade, yeah, I probably would have just been like, okay, back up. But no, it just it never stopped going down the whole day.
Are you in
Interesting.
anything
Watch.
other than that? Well,
Amazon.
since you got out of that,
Amazon, that's it.
Logan,
And some Doge.
Not really. Just
Mike.
More Doge.
you know the vibe, you know
Right.
the call I'm in. Still
Oh.
hanging on. Nothing to
Oh
lose.
my god.
I got
Inspired,
I
like,
got
2 months?
nothing to lose.
About that
What is it
one.
sitting at? Like 3 what?
I don't even know. All I see is the option price for it, and it's just,
It's not good.
Well, think about what Max said. Options gain whatever they increase in value based on volatility. There is no volatility in this market right now, none. And of course, I already told you what you're buying into, and you guys didn't listen to me. But whatever, dude.
It's just been moving sideways since he told us to buy in.
yeah.
Yeah,
God damn
it's
it.
almost like it trades at its book value or something, dude. I don't know.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's so weird. It's like someone told you guys that, and like, didn't want you guys to lose money, so they were looking out for you. But I don't know.
Screw that guy. Let me
Yeah,
throw my
fuck
money
him,
around
dude.
where I want him on it. If I want to lose my money, I'm going to lose my money.
Logan, what did you want to talk about? The S&P.
18 months.
Yeah, I hit all time highs. I think it's the second time this month. I want to say.
I think everything's hitting all-time highs.
Everything. Facebook's all-time high.
Oh,
So I
Facebook
have-
killed
I'm in-
things.
I'm interested, Jared, in your perspective because remember how we initially thought that it was going to go pretty bad after like all the money was pumped into the economy, and we were thinking that market might potentially crash.
2023,
But instead,
Mike. 2023.
Never.
2023. But you did not have a positive outlook. Now
I said more
it
so
seems
sideways.
like
I said more so sideways. I said it was going to go
Okay.
up, but not substantially.
So, are you considering using any of your capital at the moment
No,
to try and profit at the moment, or
No,
are you
sir.
still sitting on cash,
All
even
cash.
though we're kind of looking like we're gonna push up even higher?
Straight cash, homie. All cash. There's
Fair
nothing to
enough,
buy
though.
into, in my opinion. For long term, I don't care about
Plenty
this.
of
I don't
stocks to
care
buy
about
into.
these day trades, swing trades, option trades. I don't. People can make money on them, which is good. I hope everyone makes money in the stock market, but the way I'm learning, the way I want to do it, nothing. Zero.
Still nothing is at an affordable price or a reasonable price based on your calculations.
Well, it's done nothing but gone up since I said that. So, for sure, nothing. Even more so, nothing.
Everything.
And this is the thing. I think it's gonna keep going up because of. I think it'll go up really, really fast when inflation starts to become a real thing, which it will. Jay Powell said that. He was like, inflation it's going to be high, but I don't think it's going to last very long. That's what he said. He said it's going to be very, what's the word? I don't know. I don't know the word. Brain fart. Sorry, guys. But it's not going to last very long. It's not going to be here forever. So I think when inflation becomes a real thing and people start to realize it, the market's going to go straight up because in inflationary times, you want to be in assets. You don't want to be in cash. I'm going to get screwed. The value of my bank account will erode by whatever percentage of inflation that we will, have. And people want to be in assets because you want to grow your money during those times higher than the rate of inflation. And there's no better asset than owning a stock, owning a company. So I think it's going to go up really fast. I think it's going to go up substantially, in my opinion. That's another reason I don't think the market's going to crash this year, and why I agree with my dad, Phil Town, because it just makes sense. With inflation, you want your money to grow faster than the rate of inflation, and there's nothing better to grow faster than that rate than putting your money into companies that are growing and won't be affected. So.
But at the
True.
same time, you said you're not going to put your money into assets. You're sitting on cash.
Well, it's not going to go.
what's
It's not
your
going to
deal?
go up for very long. I think it's going to go straight up, like literally, it's
Okay.
going to skyrocket up. But it's at that point, it's getting off the horse before it bucks you type thing, because the future values of those companies, their future cash flows, is going to be eroded by that percentage as well. So their valuations will also be eroded by that value as well, therefore making them way more expensive than they were already because of the rate of inflation that we will see. If that makes any sense.
Okay, how about something like Amazon, where you've said it is undervalued?
Yeah, but
Correct.
I'm not gonna buy a $3,600 stock. I'll make a couple.
Okay, what about fractional and just letting your money just sit in there? You never have to look at it.
I think I'd rather buy, because like I said, it's gonna go up, Max. The whole market will go up, but it's
That's what I'm saying.
but it's not gonna go up. In my opinion, I could be totally wrong, but it's not gonna go up for very long because of inflation is not good. Too much inflation is not good.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying if you're saying it's going up, why not just make a little bit of money rather than zero?
Because in my opinion,
In
like I
something
said
secure
before,
like Amazon.
I'm making good money without I don't need the market to make me money. That's the thing.
Right, none of us do because we all have jobs. But I'm saying in terms of just another asset, like income, like a stream of income, why not?
Because it's just
You're right, none of us need to be in the market
but it's just not.
if we didn't want to be.
Because like I said, it's just there's nothing for me to buy. I'm not going to buy a business that's overvalued.
Amazon's undervalued.
Well, it depends on how you look at things. People can.
I thought you said it was
Well,
undervalued.
during a rough, it depends on the growth you're looking at. The 30% growth, a little bit. The 24.8.
What about 5%?
Fuck no. 5% growth in the future? It's not. No.
I'm saying 5% growth in your investment.
That's lagging the market. I'd rather put it into an index.
Yeah, but you're not even in an index.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not in anything right now.
I know, but I don't think you get what I'm saying.
I
Like,
am.
why not just throw
I
it
understand
in
what
there
you're saying,
just
but
to,
I'm not.
like, if it's undervalued and you're saying you want your money to grow, why not
Because-
literally not look at it and just put it in there?
You're re-asking my question, Max. I asked him the same
that's
question. I
but
said,
I guess it just doesn't, like, it's sitting in your bank account, right? Getting eroded by inflation, right?
It will be, yes. But at least
Then
I
why
know for
not-
sure I can add on to my bank account. I can add additional capital as I wait this out. I don't know if I don't know if the market's gonna go up. That's my opinion. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
I mean, I
And
guess.
and there's no, like I said, you keep saying Amazon. I don't want to buy a $3,600 stock
I'm saying put $500 in it.
and make a few hundred when I can do that on the side anyways without the stock market. I understand what you're
But
saying
I know-
in addition to it, but I don't know if I'm going to make that.
Anyone can go out and make
True.
$500 without the stock
Do
market.
it. That's what I'm saying. To those people who don't want to go into the stock, do it. You don't need the stock market to make money. Go do it. That's why I'm not in it.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm saying you do have money just sitting in the bank.
It's not just I mean, it's growing. Yes, I understand what you're saying, Max. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not comfortable with
It's
this.
growing.
I'm not
I thought
comfortable
it was
with this.
losing due to inflation.
No, the amount I'm making money each month.
Oh, yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
adding on to it.
Right.
I'm just saying there's the way I'm investing, the way I want to invest, buy a company below what it's actually worth. Amazon's reaching, if you guys go look at the thing, Amazon's reaching that 24.8% growth. I'm pretty sure it was $3,600 a share. I think it's fairly valued right now. If the
Fair
analysts are predicting 25%, 24.8% growth, then it's exactly where it should be. And there's no margin of safety. If I buy it at its high or what it's worth, I have no cushion for potential mistakes in my valuation.
Fair enough.
All right.
I like to get to the bottom of
All
it.
right. You got it?
Kind of figure. No.
So
but
then,
I like that we talked about it.
after, so once your money gets eroded by inflation, so it's still sitting in the bank. You're still not doing anything with it, right?
Mhm.
It's still sitting there. So then once inflation goes down, then you start to reconsider. So we're trying to figure out at what
Yeah,
point
when's your
do
green
you
light?
when's your go sign? Like when is your, like Max said, green light for
Okay.
when you're gonna
When the companies
get back in.
When the companies on my watch list go on sale in comparison to their actual value. I'm not going to overpay.
and that's probably going to be after inflation
Yeah.
it
Yes.
cools down,
Yes.
which is a
So you're
while
talking-
from now.
Yeah,
2023.
you're talking. Yeah, well, and then you have to wait for inflation to come down. So you're saying anywhere from like 5 to 10 years.
Oh, that's a long time. I don't know if it's going to be that. 5 to 10 years?
Well, 2023, that's 2 years.
So
It's nothing.
So you think this market is going to keep going up until 2030? You don't think anything's going to happen? You don't think any company is going to have an event, no industry is going to have an event to where some of these stocks go on sale?
Possibly,
Yeah.
but I'm saying if nothing significant is going to happen until 2023, then you're looking at the minimum 2 years until you could make any move. That's the absolute minimum.
Well, I don't need the entire. I don't
then
need
you
the.
gotta wait
I don't
for it
need
to
the
come
entire
down.
market. Like I said, we talked about this. I don't need the entire
I'm saying
market
each
to
stock.
drop.
Yeah,
It'd be
but I'm
nice.
saying like
It would be nice. It'd be very nice. I'd have a large cash pile to put into a lot of great companies that I have on my watch list and I know the buy price at. But like we said earlier, with the rotation into value, that whole thing when that happened, when tech was dropping, that could be considered an event. If someone thought that some of those companies were on sale, I didn't. But if someone did, that was an event to them and they could get in.
right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But no, it's my green light is.
What is the lowest margin of safety that you would look at?
It depends on the company. If it's Apple, I'd buy in at 15-20%. If it's, I don't know, eBay, 50%. Ideally, you'd want a big margin. You want a half off from its intrinsic value because you got nothing to lose.
True.
Every investor,
50% is a lot.
all of them. Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, Phil Town, Joel Greenblatt, Manesh Pabrai, Guy Spirit, all of them. They all invest with a margin of safety because it protects you from you. We're all human. We don't do everything perfect. Okay, so if my buy-in price for Apple is $100 and it goes down to 70, I would love that. It's a 30% discount. If it goes down to 80,
Right.
Apple's a great company. I'd probably buy in at 80. But I'm not saying that's my actual intrinsic value. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for example.
Right.
But no, my green light is when
Now-
the companies on my watch list go on sale.
You wouldn't be. Think about it like this: would you be nervous if a company like Apple were to go down by 50%?
No,
Like nervous about their fundamentals and what they're actually doing?
no, because the stock market is irrational. Because their stock price drops doesn't mean the fundamentals of that company has changed. It just means investors got worried over something, and I'm here waiting patiently on the sidelines. I've done my research. I know what the company is worth. I know how they make money. I know potential competitors, and I know a buying price to buy in at. So if Apple went
Fair
below $100, if Apple went to $80, I would throw thousands into it. If it went to $70, I'd throw another couple thousand. 60, I'd throw everything. But no, it's
I guess in my perspective, if a company such as Apple dropped by 60%, I would be nervous about.
that's the whole
where
thing. I'm
they're
happy you're bringing
going.
that up, Max, because that's what value investors. That's the whole thing. They wait for the market, which is irrational, and investors, which are also irrational, to make irrational decisions, and then we're here waiting on the sidelines for them to do that, and then we gobble that up.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess super rational for me is like a 50% drop, because then it's like, well, what are they doing wrong? Maybe there's another competitor coming in. Maybe that's old news now. Maybe there's something new coming in. Maybe innovation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I mean-
That's
but the
how I
whole
would
point,
take like
the
a
whole
50%
point of
drop.
doing your research is there are no maybes. You know what's going on. You've
Yeah.
you've
If-
read
if
those
those-
annual reports. You know
If
the
those things
management.
were the case, you probably wouldn't value that company as high as you do.
Right.
So
You
maybe
know-
then that investment wouldn't be such a smart play for you.
Yeah, you know the amount of money they make on their invested money. If their return on invested capital is 10, 15%, they're making large sums of money on their invested money. And their return on equity, blah, blah, blah. If their earnings are going up, great. Their assets going up, great. Their equity going up, great. Operating cash flow, free cash flow, all that stuff. Now, I'm not saying it's fun to analyze companies. To me, it is. It's also not fun to be on the sidelines and seeing other people make money. But I believe from what I've read, from what I've learned, from what I've seen from other investors, you make money being patient.
True.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Just wanted to ask some questions. my
Yeah.
man.
Well, I can ask you guys questions. What do you think, first of all, what do you think the market's going to do? Your opinion, obviously no one knows. Nobody knows what the market's going to do. Anyone that knows is an idiot. They don't know anything. Don't listen to them. First of all, you shouldn't listen to anyone about stocks, really.
As we have a podcast.
I'm saying where to put your money, where to put your money, what to do with your money.
I've learned that
Which
very
companies
well.
to buy.
Yes, what to do with your
Yes.
money. Don't listen to anyone. Listen to you, because no one else
I
cares
guess
about your money.
Maybe not. Maybe don't say it like that. Maybe it's not that you shouldn't listen to anyone. It's that you don't blindly listen to everyone.
True.
I could say that. I'd agree with that.
Because
Like, you
if
can
someone
listen-
point you in that direction. You
Yeah.
can listen, but
take
you
it
don't
with
have to act
take it with
upon
a
it.
grain of salt, basically.
Yeah, but does anyone care about your money like you do?
No.
If I told you to go invest in Apple right now, do you think I would care about you losing money?
No.
Not really.
I would
A little
hope
bit.
so.
I mean,
Past
I'm a
comments,
good
yes.
friend, so I obviously don't want you to lose money. But if I go talk to someone on the street,
Yeah.
or someone, a Wall Street banker goes, go buy this stock, it's gonna go up, and he's just talking to a random stranger down Wall Street, just walking down Wall Street. Go buy this, it's gonna go up. It tanks. You think he gives a fuck that he just told that person to go buy it?
No.
for him? Not at all. But I understand what you're saying, Mike. If you've done your research, and your research coincides with their research, and what they think, then sure, you can listen to them.
Yeah.
And take their
Don't blindly
word.
listen to
Don't
them.
blindly listen.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's actually, dude. That's actually what a lot of one person
done it at some
I
point.
know.
Yes.
Yeah, one person I know who just got on Robinhood a few months ago texted me like, "What should I buy?" I'm like, "I don't know, dude. I can't tell you because they won't give it a second thought. You just tell them you give them a ticker and they'll
And
go
they do
buy
it.
it. Yeah, because they don't want to have to think about all that extra work. Or they don't want to have to think about all the extra things that factor into a decision to buy a stock. They just want it to be like, all right, tell me a ticker and I'll buy it, and then it goes to the moon.
Yeah.
Which is
That'd be
horrible.
nice.
That's so
It is funny,
horrible.
'cause all these, I had a buddy who just said, like, within the past week was like, yeah, I invested in blah 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 and blah 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 and made like $100 off each. One was IPOing. I haven't heard of either of them, and I was like, where the hell did you find these? And he was like, Reddit told me to, so I did it.
Reddit told me to.
And I was like, oh. Yeah, he said it was mooning, so I bought it.
That's
and I was
how
like,
it works,
oh.
bro.
I mean, but like it worked for him, you know? Like if it works, it works. But
How long
it's
will it
just
work?
kind of interesting.
Those people should just I'm gonna give some advice, but not really advice. I guess a tip. If you don't know, or if you don't want to buy individual companies and you don't know how to value them, or you don't know how to trade and do technical analysis and all that, stuff, just buy the S&P 500 index and just let it roll, because that's the best performing index. That's the whole market, pretty much. 500 largest companies. Just let it roll in an index. Don't buy mutual funds, because then you're paying people to manage your money, and mutual funds, the managers of mutual funds mostly do the market, if not worse than the market, because you're paying them fees to do the market. So don't do mutual funds. Just buy an index and let it roll.
Yeah, or even like an ETF or
Yeah.
something like that, if you want to get even more specific on like,
Right.
I don't know, industrial or tech or whatever it may be, automotive.
We can do a whole episode on that. Different types of investments, individual stocks, ETFs, index funds, mutual funds, all that. Yeah. Just don't do mutual funds,
Well, now you know what's in the future.
because
We got cooking up.
you pay them
Next
to
week.
do the market or worse than the market.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Fair enough.
Anything else, boys and girls?
That's about it. We had a good little discussion.
Do you understand what I'm coming at?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not,
What, with how you invest?
well, it's just yeah, or
We
the
know.
way that I'm thinking.
We get it.
I guess personally I think different.
Yeah.
But like if that's what
That's
you
fine.
want to like, I just kind of try to understand it sometimes, and I guess
The
because of
thing-
the way I think it's
The
hard
thing
to-
that screams at me the most is like that's 2 years of potential profits, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not like. But that thinking like that, if you pull that back and then you look at the way that you're gonna approach it, Jared, it's like if you manage to buy these companies on sale, you'll make way more with less effort.
And less risk.
If you and less
Yeah, you
risk.
never have to look
if
at it, you just do it.
You
Don't have to worry, no
you just
sweat.
have to make sure you watch it when it drops to your price that you like, and then
Yeah.
that's such an easy decision, right? That's such a nice rule to have for yourself. Remember, guys, set rules for yourself, so it's an easier process. It's such an easier rule versus like if you do short term, you have to like pay attention to it 24/7. You're just doing swing trades here and there, and it's more effort on your part. But this is like a really simple rule system that'll help you make money long
I feel like
term
it's
without
literally
much
one
effort.
rule.
it's
Yeah.
it's one
Yeah.
rule.
It is one rule, and you don't have to worry about anything
Yeah,
else.
It's
Yeah.
Follow the- you don't even have to really follow, like it just hits a price. You're like, okay, now I know when
Yeah.
to. So I guess
And you
it's
just
like
let it work for you.
And
You
I
don't-
understand.
you
I
don't have
understand
to
that you
do
have
much
to be
processing.
patient, and like you said, Mike, it's potential profits that I might miss out on, which is I completely understand
Mhm.
that, but like at the same time, no one knows what the stock market's going to do, and I don't want to put money into
Right.
companies that don't really have much more growth to show.
Yeah, that argument is void if your attitude is investing in companies that you believe in at a fair price that you think is valued fairly. So, makes perfect sense.
And I just
True.
wouldn't be comfortable putting in. Like, are you any of you comfortable putting in money into any company at this particular moment at this?
I
price that they're at?
haven't made a new investment in anything in over a month. Like it's actually been over a whole month before I've invested in anything.
I haven't bought anything either.
Yeah.
For like an
Max?
entire month.
But like
it's
Max
just been sitting
actual
there.
Shares?
yeah, I'm buying shares of Amazon. I bought shares of. I had that CIDM for literally a day and then got out of it. It was only like $5 that I got. I was like, cool. And I got out, and then I did what's it called? That one that I was talking about the other day. Fuck, forgot the name.
Oh, Vinco.
BBIG, yeah. I actually really like that one. Because like you said, you like valuing and doing that. So some people it's not fun.
Right.
Like you like looking at the financials and really digging deep, and it takes a while. Like to me, that's not interesting. I like to watch the graph. I like to analyze the graph. I like to watch it on the daily. Like I find enjoyment in it. And I like to find patterns. Like with this one, like Vinco, after hours, it's been flying. Like it seems like people are like somebody is slowly putting money into it, because it's happened a couple times where it pops and then it settles down. And it's always in like after hours where people like us can't trade. So in my mind, I'm guessing, hey, that might be a sign of somebody somewhere knows something, and they're slowly putting large amount of money into it instead of doing it all at once, so it doesn't alarm anybody. Does that make sense? Like I like trying to draw those conclusions and stuff like that. So like, that's what I find interesting.
And for me, it's the exact opposite. I find it stressful to look at stock prices all day, every day.
It is stressful, but some part of me likes it.
Yeah. So,
Gambling.
yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
Calculated gambling.
We call it, yes, it is, it's calculated gambling.
There's no right or wrong way to invest. And I have a feeling the reason I like the way Phil Town, Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett do it, because I feel like they're going against the grain. You guys are saying, but what if this? Why aren't you doing this? But what if it goes up? Why aren't you doing that? That's the whole point. Like we're not I'm not saying we're as like a fucking value investor community. I'm just saying those people are not. They're not into the
Me, Phil Towns, Warren Buffett. We're not.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that they have a whole different mindset. And like we said last episode, fear and greed is like a real thing, but they've somehow rewired themselves. They've made a checklist to follow, and they're very patient. And sometimes patience can bite you in the ass, but I would say most of the time, I mean, it's good to be patient with everything, really.
I'm gonna end this on this. The day Jared gets into a company,
everyone better.
You're damn right. I'm gonna buy
everyone
it.
better get in.
Yeah,
True.
You're damn right. I'm gonna buy it because
good-
this
good
man has never,
thing.
ever said. I think it's been like twice. He's been like, you know what? I like that. I like that stock. You know, that's good. Maybe
eBay and
once
United
pushing
Rentals.
it. So the day this man says, you know what? I'm buying something. I'm going all in.
Yes.
I'll put it that way.
Yes, and you guys
will
will
give
be
you
the
that.
first to know.
I will give you that.
And one more thing, Max, you said this summer you wanted to figure out what type of investing strategy you wanted to do. I want to not perfect, but get as good at it as I can before something happens. That's why I'm doing that virtual workshop with Phil Town. I spent $300 on it. He's gonna teach me everything he knows. His coaches, whatever, they're gonna teach me everything they know, and hopefully it'll make me better at really understanding the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
So right now, if I'm not in a stock making money, I'm investing in myself to make money in the future. Yeah.
It's fair.
I think that's a crucial part of investing is figuring out who, because a lot of people are like reading on Reddit and like, oh, I'm going to do that, but oh, I'm also going to do a long-term play over here, but oh, I'm going to do an option play over here. Like I feel like I find myself kind of bouncing around, and I feel like this summer I kind of want to just be like, this is what I'm good at. I've learned this the most. This is what I'm going to do.
True.
And everyone should do that.
You spread yourself too thin looking at what's this person doing. Oh, I'm going to buy an option on this. Oh, this person told me to do this. I'm going to do that. It's like you just kind of like you're just throwing money in places and just.
It's almost like a form of laziness. That's so funny. That's how I feel sometimes, because I devote so much of my time to doing other things that I feel like is investing in myself, that I don't have time to do stock market stuff. So then I'll hear you guys be like, "Yeah, do this." Not you guys mostly, but yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
That's his name.
And I'm like, okay, yeah,
Sold me. It is a form of laziness because you're like, oh, well, they did their research, so
right.
it's gotta be right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but you don't understand what it's doing or how it makes you money, so
it's almost like a form of laziness, but at the same time, it's like that's just a way that I've done it, and I've lost so much money off of it.
Learn from Logan.
usually, to be honest. So,
Logan was a guinea pig. Learn from him. Don't listen to other people.
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Cool.
Unless it's Jared
All right.
in about 3 years.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know. You guys will know. when
In about 20
hey,
years,
when-
25 years, when he puts his first investment
when
in.
there's,
oh,
when there's blood, when there's blood in the water, that's when you'll see me.
Drink
That's
it.
when you'll see me buying.
Mm.
That's when you
Eat
make
it up.
money. You don't make money in bull markets. You make money in bear markets.
Jared's a shark? Clickbait video. Instagram video, you'll see that.
That's gonna be our title.
There's gonna be a lot
Jared's
of
a
clips.
Jared's a shark? Question mark.
Shark with a shark emoji. Jared, like, do it.
That's happening. There you go. All I need is one
that's-
frame
that's
for a
a clip.
There you
screenshot.
go, Mike.
Clip it.
All right, outro man.
That's
Cool. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, go ahead and subscribe and make sure to tap the notification bell so you can get push notifications straight to your phone whenever we upload. If you're listening on audio, go ahead and follow us on Spotify and leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts. It really helps us out a lot, and we're listening.
Yeah, it does.
Finally, if you want to ask us questions or you want to get in touch with us, we're on Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. You can hop on our server, ask us questions. We'd love to hear from you.
Twitter.
All right.
On Twitter.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
See ya.